Well, howdy folks. Today, working on the tractor. Problem I got here is, it's been squealing like a pig. The alternator belt, fan belt, was just keeping getting loose and loose. I kept tightening it down, but anyway, so it was time for a replacement. I will put the part numbers in the details. But the belt number is, looks like P224054 or 1350, whatever. I got a Stens belt, which is, as you can see there, Stens 266-107. Alright, yeah, I forgot to fire up the camera. Silly me. Okay, in order to do this, you're going to have to take off your front shroud. And in order to do that, if you have the brush guard, whatever, you're going to need to take that off. And if you have a bucket on it, you're going to have to take and raise that up in order to get it slid off and out of the front. There it is. Yeah, I'm missing a clip there. I broke it sometime. This thing, it's been through heck. Anyway, taking this off is kind of a pain in the ass, that's for sure. And I'm gonna put you back on the stand here in a minute, and hopefully you'll be able to see, right where my finger's pointing, your shaft there, the end of your flywheel. You gotta take, there's 3 bolts in there that are these bolts right here. They're 12 mil. I highly recommend using a gear wrench if you got one, because I did try a 12 mil socket and they like to slide off of it, because you've got to get your hand up under there, and there is no way in heck you're going to see my hand. And yeah, it's probably going to be a pain in the ass to get them bolts lined back up, but you have to do that in order to get the belt off of it. And then you've got to finagle it through your fan blades there to pull it off. So yeah, major pain in the butt. The bottom nuts here on the bottom of your alternator, a 12 mil, it's 12 mil as well. Yeah, you're gonna have to come in from underneath, unless you got a slim socket or a slim wrench, because it hits the top right there where my finger is. The sun's shining, I can hardly see my screen. So anyway, another thing, the brush guard are, what are those, 17 mils? So you'll need a wrench and a socket. And what else? Oh, pry bar. Definitely a pry bar, because these are what I use. I forget, I think I got them in Harbor Freight. Because what you're going to have to do is, if you can see where my finger's pointing, okay, right in behind there once, yeah, you're going to have to wedge the pry bar, because when you try to, if you can see where I'm got this thing down in here, you're going to have to wedge it in there while you're taking them nuts out, otherwise it likes to spin. And then you can use your pry bar to kind of push it back in order to get your belt through that. So yeah, that's going to be fun lining it back up. And then it goes around your fan. I don't know. I may try to put you over here so you're not so much in. It's kind of cloudy, so if it stays cloudy, you'll be able to see better. Yeah. So I've got the old belt out. I got to route it back in behind that thing, which is a real trick because it doesn't push back and stay back. So you gotta kind of pry it back and then kind of get your belt in there and then, you know, work around to the other side and get it up over the hub there. Because there is, I don't know if you can see where my finger's pointing. There's a pulley down there. So it's got to go around that. And you got to get this on first before you try to bring it around your fan blades. Otherwise, it's not, you ain't gonna have enough length on it. Best way to describe it. So let me get you back into the stand and see if I can get you in a position where you're actually going to see something. I take that back. You definitely got to get that off of that pulley down there before you can get it around the fan. But the reverse of that, you got to get it around the fan and then put it on the pulley. So I'm going to leave you guys running. I'll come over to this side. See if I can walk this thing around the fan blade. And you know, I thought it might be easier if I take the mower deck off, but there is a skid plate up under there, so even with the mower deck off, it's not going to matter. You're not going to have any room to do it. So let me, I don't know if you'll be able to even see any of this. Okay, so that is around that. Yeah, I don't know. Let me, I'll see if I can bring you over here. See if I can get you into here. So, and I can't really. Around here. Well, you can. Well, sorry if the angle's not good, guys. Camcorder's nice inside the garage, not so nice outside. Okay, I believe I am on all three. Okay, tension-wise, you're looking about 1/4 of an inch deflection or thumb tight, pretty much. So let's see if I can tighten this bottom one up. See, I don't have a whole lot of room down here to. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Okay, that's good and tight. All right. May need a pry bar again. I got a bad seal on my tie rod end. I need to build a garage to put this thing in. Poor thing sits outside. I'll show you something here in a minute. Anyway, all right. So, where did I hide my flashlight? There it is. Okay, so now. The fun part of getting that shaft lined back up. Trying to I may have to. Yeah, it's pretty close. I know you can't see. All you're seeing is my big head. I don't know if you're going to even be able to see down in there where I got the flashlight aimed at. It's just a really tight spot, guys. I apologize. I need to turn that shaft back towards me a little bit. I'm going to come over here. See if I can spin it backwards. And not spin the shaft. Okay, so let's see if I can get my fat hand in here. As you can see, well, you probably can't see, the witness marks on the shaft where it was bolted down previously. I need to spin it a little bit. And how am I going to spin it? See if I can whack this into place. That's pretty close. Let me see if I can get a bolt in. Because there should be, I know, my big head's in the way. I can't tell if I need to move one way or the other. I can't see the marks. But it's not threading in easily, so I'm guessing it's not completely lined up. No. Maybe a couple more taps. Couple gentle taps. I don't think I can. No, I can't. I gotta tap it from this side because I'm having to push it towards me. I'm really just trying to get you guys a better shot in here, but it's, like I said, it's really tight. I knew this was going to be a pain lining these bolts back up. I don't feel it moving. Or screwing in, I should say. And like I said, you can't get your head. Maybe I can. No, I can't get my head in there. Now, if I jacked it up off the ground, no, because then the mower deck's in the way. Let me give it another tap. Because I don't think I can. No, unless I need to go back the other way. Let me give it a couple more taps on this on the other side. Oh, fell out. Well, I think it's starting to go. Oh, now the sun's shining and it got hot. Okay. It's threading in. Ugh. I'm telling you guys, this is not a fun spot to reach. Let's see if I can. So anyway, you'll get to see the back of my head. Okay, so now, whoops, I need to get my pry bar and see if I can wedge it up in here, keep that thing from turning while I tighten it down. Okay, one down. And then you can put your wrench on there to spin it around, help spin it around to your next bolt. If you don't drop it like I do. Okay, that one's lined up. We can get a screw in it. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Oh crap. Dropped it. Oh, sorry guys, kicking you around. I gotta find my bolt. It fell. And I don't know where it fell. Right. I'm gonna pause you a sec, bring you back because I gotta find my bolt. Alright. That took a bit with my magnetic tool, but I found it. Alright, let me get under here and put this one in. Without dropping it this time. At least I Like I said, well, if you've got a tractor like this, you'll know what I'm talking about when you go to do it. Oh man, I'm gonna have to loosen that back up. Probably should have had enough forethought to make sure they'd all go in. Nah, it's going in. I figure if one lined up right, the other ones will line up. This is the same, because mine says a 25D, but a BX23, pretty much the same thing. Okay, that one's on. Alright, let's get the pry bar in here. I have no idea what the torque specs are, but I figure if you make it good and tight. Okay, that's good and tight. Let's see when we spin it around the next one. Okay, it should be right there. I get this done before it rains. You get the grass cut today. I don't cut the grass with this anymore. I can. It's got a 60-inch deck on it. Probably should. I need to spin that down a little bit more so I can reach it better. Hopefully, you're seeing a little bit better. I do have a backhoe for this as well. It's the main reason I bought all of this together, because back behind the garage, over the years, I get more water down that hill, and it was flooding the garage. So I dug a trench with the backhoe. See if I can get this wedged in there. All right, that is good and tight. And it's on up there, it's on there, and where my light go? Double check. Probably ought to check that, right, guys? Before I go tighten everything down. Yep, it's around it. Okay, let's start it up and see if it's squealing before I go putting all the cover plastic back on. I might have to get a battery for this thing one of these days. Look at that, works like a charm. No squealing. It was squealing and the tack wasn't working. So that kind of clued me in. If you do have one of these things, unfortunately, like I said, mine sits outside. And for the longest time, I didn't even keep it covered. And that was my mistake. The original ones, it's all filthy now. This speedometer cluster would get water in behind it because it had a crappy seal. And I tried fixing it. I actually I started doing a YouTube video on taking it apart and see if I could get it to work. Man, I tried and tried and tried, and something was fried in it. And because when I took it off, the whole glass popped off before I even took it off. So yeah, that was, I don't know, 300 bucks. Not exactly cheap. I think Messick's had the best price around for it. My local dealer wanted like $500, so I don't go to them for anything. I bought this from them, but I won't get any parts from them. Bunch of crooks. So anyway, let me raise you back up here. How did I lower you down? And we'll commence to putting the... I know I'm spinning you around. Hey! It's like a merry-go-round. Alright. Let's see if we can get this thing finagled back into place. Because this side over here, where I'm at, the exhaust pipe has to go through it. Doing a raindrop. Man, I was really hoping the rain would hold off. They were calling for it to not rain until this afternoon. Not the easiest thing to maneuver into place. And I gotta be careful not to break my other tab here. I think I'm gonna take that screw out. It's just plastic. And I'm hitting. Okay, I think that side is pretty much in. There are little slots in the side of the housing here that slides into. There we go. Kind of stay in there. What's it in? Okay, that side's in. I think I stuck a big washer up under there since that tab's broke. I forget what year this thing is. Honestly, I just do not remember. 2000. I don't know. I'll have to look at my upstairs in my notes on this thing and see when I bought it. Love it. It does exactly what I need it to do. I want to get a quick release attachment for the front, all totaled. I don't know, it's going to be about $1,800, $2,000. That way, because I do have forks for the bucket, but when I have my coffee delivered, I can't lift any more than 300 pounds because the forks are sitting too far out of the front of it. Okay, so we've got the engine cover back on, and let's see here. What else do we want to do? We want to put our thingamajiggy back on, our bar. So let me grab that. And that is one heavy sucker, I'll tell you right now. Yeah, I'll get it started first. And hopefully this don't decide to come crashing down on me. That would hurt. Get one bolt in. And put another one to keep it from moving around. Yeah, I'll have to see if they make a, I'll show you here in a minute, if I get this bolted down. My tie rod boot, the end of it's it's cracked. I don't know if they make a replacement, because I don't want to replace the tie rod. Ain't nothing wrong with a tie rod. Yeah, I was really, ow, wonking my head there. Kind of dreading doing this because I knew it was going to be a pain in the butt. When I first looked at it, I thought, oh man, that's easy to get to. Wrong. But there again, you take it to the dealer and have them do something like that. The belt's cheap. I don't know, I think that belt was maybe 10 bucks. Not expensive. It's just the labor. I really ought to clean it up and look at painting. No Loctite or anything like that. There is lock washer on it. Well, hopefully you guys are able to see some of that. I will show you the boot that I'm talking about. Yeah, you can see that boot right there. It's got a nice, it's split all the way around. I don't know, must have snagged it on something. But I think this thing's got maybe, I don't know, 350. I wrote the hours down before I swapped out that display. Unfortunately, when you replace the display, it didn't, the computer, if there is a computer in this thing, it didn't keep the hour setting. So that's wrote down in the manual. I do need to, I will do this in another episode of tractor stuff. My back tires are, yeah, they're pretty dry rotted. Sitting outside. I ain't got that many hours. Like I said, I ain't got that many hours on them, but I'll show you. I'll zoom in on it. Maybe you can see it. See how they're cracking in them? The back tires like to lose air, so that is going to be a slime fix. I thought about just buying tires, putting new tires on it. They're really not all that expensive, so I may just go that route instead of messing with a bunch of slime. I don't know. But other than that, I love this thing. I mean, it does everything I need it to do. It's definitely, I mean, if I use it to cut grass, which I should, because it's better on gas mileage, diesel mileage, than that Craftsman riding mower. So there you have it, guys. Sorry I didn't turn you on in the beginning, but you got to see me put it back on, which, you know, that's the same as watching me take it off. It's just a bitch to get to. Just no doubt about it. You'll need the pry bar, the 12 mils, 17 mils for the front, and that's it. So thanks for hanging out with me and on another project. So this one's complete. Actually, I do need to look up what year this thing is, because this has still got the original battery in it. Note, if you have one of these and you go out and to start it and it don't want to start, make sure your lever, make sure your pedal right here, make sure it's centered, because if it ain't centered, it ain't going to start. So that's just a little tip for you. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, and catch you guys on the next video. See ya.